Hello and welcome back to Grim Survival. I know it's been a while, but my channel has been locked for a week due to a video I posted that YouTube did not like, which to me means I have finally made it to the elitist of YouTubers. I'm up at the highest rank here of YouTubers that, I guess prepping and survival news type channels. I have reached the top. I finally have made it. You don't know you've made it until after you have several trolls, which I have trolls constantly, and until you have gotten at least one strike on YouTube. And if you want to be the top tier of the elite, you have to have at least one channel that has been shut down. So that could be a future goal of mine, just could be, because I can't keep my mouth shut and I refuse to do so. That being said, I have a video that was posted on Monday of last week that got me a strike and had my channel locked for a week. That video was titled VA Vaccine Mandate, VA Veterans of America. Anyway, that video is in the description. You can find it on my Rumble account, and I'll discuss the censorship on Rumble here in just a little bit also. I will have more different types of videos coming up besides news videos. I will have a vehicle situation worked out either later this week or early next week, and that will enable me to be able to go do more outdoors types videos, which is what I'm really trying to do here. But for the time being, green screen and this thing going on. So yeah, it's not snowing outside anywhere that I know of, but you never know. Here on YouTube, we're going to have to censor ourselves. There's going to be a lot of neutrality going on in my videos when it comes to how I distribute information that I find online. And what I mean by that is I'm not going to be able to freely give you my opinions on absolutely anything anymore, because that is no longer something we can do on any social media platform. That's just not going to happen. You're no longer allowed to say whatever you want whenever you want. Those times have ended. That being said, being that there are absolutely no First Amendment rights here on social media, I will have to be censoring some of the things I say and keeping things more neutral. There's a few channels I know of that are very good at keeping things neutral. Alaska Prepper being one of them. He can, tell you the same thing I'm telling you, but he says it in a way that doesn't get him a strike. But yeah. Anyway, that being said, let's get right into it and see if I can throw the thing up here and then move the me down here. Oh yeah, that. Yeah, this is a video you're not supposed to be seeing. It got banned by YouTube, so don't pay any attention to that. Link for it's in the description if you want to see it. Alright, moving on. Disney and Walmart mandate vaccines for employees. So did the VA. Yeah. I'm not going to read too much of this. Like I said, I can't give you my opinions. You know my opinions. If you've watched this channel long enough, you know my opinions. And you might end up seeing another one of those very sarcastic news videos very soon. Just saying. Alright, I hope you can read this. Let's see if I can make it bigger. This is coming out of CNN Business. And bigger. That's the wrong one. Wrong one. It's that one. Alright, there we go. Enlarge. Hopefully you can read that. Yeah, I should really just edit this out of the video so that it looks all clean and crisp like everybody else does. Yeah, who's got time for that? All right, New York, CNN, Disney, and Walmart, two of America's largest employers, announced Friday that they are requiring employees to be vaccinated. So I'm not going to bother reading too much more of that. I mean, there's nothing else that can be said without getting me banned. Okay, Walmart, the nation's largest retailer, said all of its U.S.-based corporate employees must be vaccinated by October 4th, according to a Friday memo from Doug McMillon, the company's president and CEO. And if we scroll down here enough, you'll see also when Disney's mandate goes into effect. But if you are or know anyone who is employed by Walmart, or if you shop there, all of their employees are to be vaccinated by October 4th of this year. Yay. Oh yeah, that's just Rumble. We're not supposed to be looking at that. I mean, yeah, you're not supposed to look at videos get people banned, so I can't click play right there, but But if you want to see it, description, it's down there. Usually it's down there, depending on your device, but 9 times out of 10, it's down there, description. Here we go. This one is a good story. I'm going to have to shrink it a little bit so you can see it all. Here we go. This was also out of CNN. They had a good story. Florida's largest school district is worried about funding after governor bans mask mandates for schools. This was posted August 2nd, today, as of this recording, this morning. I like this story. I'm just going to tell you, I like it. So anyway, Florida's largest school district said it's worried about funding if it does not follow Governor Ron DeSantis' executive order preventing the implementation of mask mandates in schools. Miami-Dade County Public Schools previously said it planned to revisit the mask optional policy due to new guidelines issued by the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the CDC, last week that recommended locals encourage all teachers, staff, blah, 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 students, visitors to wear masks indoors. Yeah, we remember that. The CDC, you remember that, right? CDC said, hey, even if you're vaccinated, you should be wearing a mask indoors. But the governor of Florida said, signed an order on Friday threatening to withhold state funding if schools implement a mask mandate. The governor of Florida says if you force children or anyone else to wear a mask, you will no longer receive state funding. I will not give my opinion on that. Good job. All right, moving on. Okay, now this is going to be a video I'm going to have to play here. So there's going to be an ad that I'm going to have to get through really quickly. So I should have clicked out the ad before this. So I'm hoping the sound is working. I'm hoping. I don't remember if I set it to record this or not.
Aaron Lewis recently released his brand new single titled Am I the Only One? And after its release, the song debuted at #1 on Billboard's Hot Country Songs chart, as well as a debut in the top 15 on Billboard's Hot 100 chart. As of now, this is the biggest single that Aaron Lewis has ever released during his time in country music. And since Am I the Only One hit the charts, it has created quite the conversation due to its lyrical content surrounding the current political climate throughout the United States. For those unfamiliar with the song, Lewis sings about how the American flag is being burned, statues are being removed from towns, and he even throws shade at rocker Bruce Springsteen, where he sings...
Yeah, okay, that's all I'm going to play of it. I will make sure the audio is good so you heard it, and post the link to this video and the song that he's referring to in the description. There's going to be a lot of links in the description for this one, but it will be there guaranteed because it's one of my new favorite songs. Just going to put that out there. I'm going to post a link to Country Rebel. That's the version of the song I'm going to post to you. It's not the album version. It's actually the live sung version he did live for Country Rebel YouTube channel and among other things. Anyway, I'm just going to point out his hat. When you watch the video, read his hat because... yeah. Alright, moving on. I gotta make it fit again. You would think they would just make this thing so it did it all. Oh, no. There we go. We'll try that way. Here we go. This comes out of Fox News. This was posted 4 hours ago. So on August 2nd, 21, Biden ignores Pelosi's call to extend eviction ban despite whoever that guy's name is, his opinion. There's a lot of... Democrats protesting the eviction thing. So basically what's happening here is for over a year now, since early 2020, they have put a stay of execution, as you were, for people who are renting and people who pay mortgages, saying that they cannot be evicted. Now, these were two separate bills for renting and for mortgages. They've been set to expire several times already, and they have been extended several times. And this time, they are no longer being extended. And I'm pretty sure I have the date of when the cutoff is right here. I believe it was actually 2 days ago. Don't quote me on that, but I think it was cut off at the end of last month, which was July 21. I had it pulled up here. I'm sorry I can't find it, but yeah, somewhere in there. Basically, a lot of people are now going to have eviction processes filed against them. And what that means is for people who own these places, a lot of people would just probably leave, but a lot of people that are still there not paying rent almost a year later are probably going to have a hard time getting them out. That being said, the process of getting them out, you have to go to the court, you have to file an eviction, you have to show that you've served them, I think it's 3 notices, depending on the state you live in. That being said, there's a long, drawn drawn out process to have somebody evicted from a home, even if you can prove they haven't been paying rent for a year. That being said, there's going to be a lot of bogged down court systems for this alone. Just for these eviction hearings, there's going to be so much bogged down in the court systems that you're looking, I mean, these court systems are years behind as it is. So you could potentially see a couple more years go by before some of these people are evicted, which means if the homeowner who is renting whatever space, or the apartment landlord, whoever owns the property that is being rented, that person may not be able to make their payments to their mortgage, and therefore they're going to be thrown off the property. So what happens when this person refuses to pay their rent and leaves, but the person who owns the property has to leave too because he couldn't pay for the property anymore, and that person turns over the property, but they cannot evict this person who's still living there, and a new owner comes in. This is going to create a nightmare for the housing system throughout the United States. This is just going to be a nightmare. We're going to see a lot of forced homeless people, in my opinion. I mean, there's a good chance a lot of these people have places to go. I mean, family members they can stay with, generally speaking. But there's also a potential that they don't, and which could lead to various things like more crime. And yeah. So about this, Biden ignores Pelosi. Biden ignores everybody, so I don't really see that to be a headline because he can't say it. You get it though. All right, so Biden in the White House as of Monday morning didn't respond to a statement from House Speaker Pelosi. Duh. And her leadership team calling. Did anybody check on him? Make sure he was awake. Sorry. All right. And her leadership team calling on the executive branch to extend federal eviction, more or whatever that word is, as squad. Democrats continued to camp on Capitol steps in protest of, inaction from their party. Inaction from Biden. Wow. They're protesting inaction from Biden. Can you just see the irony in that? I mean, wow. Action is needed. Action is needed for sure. And it must come from the administration. That is why House leadership is calling on the administration to immediately extend the stay of execution. Pelosi and the District of California and her leadership team said on Sunday morning, statement hours after it did end. It's already ended. So it ended at the end of July. Anybody who was not paying their rent are probably receiving eviction notices as of today, which is the 2nd of August. So yeah, I just see a lot of potentially harmful things to come out of this, not just for the people who are being thrown out, but for their neighbors, their neighborhoods, and pretty much everywhere. All right, moving on. Oh yeah, I still had more. This is basically saying the same thing. The landlords have lost big and have no voice. So, and that's one thing I have tried to point out. The people that rent these properties, the vast majority of people who rent properties are still paying on the properties. They rent them to pay for whatever. It might be their only income. Really, I didn't want to spend less and smile more. No, shut up. Anyway, the people who rent these properties, they could potentially be seeing a lot of hardship from not receiving this income. I know of several people that are elderly people who had to move out of their large family home when loved ones passed away. They live in a small apartment, but they rented out the large home to supplement income that they lost from whatever spouse or whatever had been working or bringing in the income. So this is a main source of income, renting out their family home while they live somewhere else. That happens all the time throughout the country. It's happened forever. It will continue to happen as long as it can. That being said, these people that can no longer pay for their property taxes or pay for the extra expenses, it comes with renting something to someone. There are expenses when it comes to renting out property. And if they cannot afford those expenses could be anything like maintenance. They could be painting, they could be plumbing, anything that goes wrong with the home. The landlord typically is responsible for that. So if they're not receiving the income they need from the tenant to fix or repair, then potentially the building could fall into disarray, and disrepair, I guess is the word. And on top of that, the person who's renting it out to these people, the landlord, isn't getting paid, so they are no longer allowed to, or they can no longer afford to pay the property taxes or other expenses. they're going to have to probably sell it, and then you're going to be left with, yet again, somebody who cannot pay the rent that refuses to leave. That is just very well possible. All right, so that's basically all I got to you today. For today. This is going to run long because, yeah, it's been a week and I had a lot to say. There is one other thing, but I can't tell you about it, can't do anything. This isn't oh yeah, I accidentally did that thingy. I need to do this thingy over here. This isn't real, right? This isn't real. Don't pay any attention. It's just a wallpaper on my computer. I thought it looked cool. I put it there, but if for some reason you like this wallpaper that's on my if you like the wallpaper, if you like the background that you're seeing right now, the link for that is in the description. That being said, let's shut this down before somebody shuts me down again and just move. I'll just be little. I'm going to be little in the corner for the rest of this one. Maybe not. Let's, wow, now I'm a giant in this room. Whoa, I'm moving all over the place. All right, that's enough of that. So yeah, I was shut down for a week because of things that came out of here. Just, yeah, I do that a lot, and they shut me down. I do have a backup channel. I've been posting a link to it. I do have some information about my shutdown on the backup channel. I might continue, add the link back here so people can easily find my backup channel. Probably not. Don't really care. But, yeah, YouTube doesn't like any of us. They don't. Rumble also does not like any of us. While they have not shut down the video that I posted personally, there are several videos showing truth that have been posted to Rumble that have been taken down. For instance, like that one that was from that nice little wallpaper I was showing you just a moment ago cannot be posted to Rumble because it was shut down. It was taken off within, I'd say, 30 minutes of it being posted to Rumble. But fortunately, it was re-uploaded to BitChute, and it is still there. And highly recommend it. Links are in the description. All right, this has been James with Grim Survival. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here, and I will see you next time.